What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Q. You can follow me on all socials at Bets by Q. And of course, this podcast is brought to you by Black Sheep Betting, where it is a dog's world. There are a few links in the description. One is for the VIP. Look, it's not a place for 10K challenges or parlays or lottery tickets. It's a place where value trumps volume, all right? I highly recommend that if you get into the VIP, you have a consistent unit size because we're looking for long-term profitability, okay? We're not looking to turn $10 into $30,000 every single day because those types of plays will put you in a spot where you cannot bounce back from, all right? So VIP, it is for disciplined bettors looking for long-term profit. So check that out if that sounds like you, or if you're new to betting and you need somebody to follow. The second link is for the free Discord sports chat. It is hosted by my friend Will from the Double Fault Tennis Podcast. We're building a winning community right there, positive culture. It's really just a place where you can come talk sports if you want a little bit of action. We have, stuff on the line every hour of every day, it seems. I mean, we're close to 1,000 members in there, so come check that out. It's absolutely free. We would love to have you in there. The third link, super simple. It is just a bet tracker for the podcast. So if you're new to the podcast today and you want to see, hey, how is Q been doing over the last week or two, right? Is he hot? Is he cold? Because look, at the end of the day, this podcast is meant to be informative. Yes, I want to win these plays because I'm also playing them with my own money as well. But like, look, if I've lost 4 straight, I mean, look, you do what you want with the information that I give you. If you want to fade me, then you fade me. If you want to play it, then play it. But that's what the bet tracker is for. So 100% transparency for every single play. Check that out if you want to see more. Quick recap from yesterday. We split the card. All right. 1-1. Avalanche came up short. They couldn't get it done there, but Toronto cashed, so we lived to fight another day. Puts us steady on the week. Nothing flashy, just staying disciplined. All right. So let's get into today's plays. I have 3 of them for you. All right. First up, the matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Utah Mammoth. This one might not grab the headlines as much, but I actually think it sets up as one of the more entertaining games on the board. Both teams currently sitting outside of the playoff picture. Excuse my daughter right there, which is why expectations are a bit, muted as of right now. But the motivation angle clearly favors Utah, okay? They're at home. They're still within striking distance of the final playoff card in the West. And this is one of those games where they know that they need points if they want to stay relevant, all right? Now, Utah hasn't been perfect. They've only won 1 of their last 5 games in regulation. But the offense has been there. They've scored 3 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 home games, including that 7-goal outburst against the Islanders. When this team opens things up, they are more than capable of turning games into track meets. That's exactly kind of where my mindset is here today as they take on Ottawa, where the results for the Senators look decent on paper, but defensively there are real issues, okay? They just gave up 5 goals to Detroit, and that game could have been worse if not for the goaltending early. The Sens also have shown just, breakdown after breakdown in their own zone, especially in the first period. And that's not a great recipe heading into a road game against a team that wants to push the pace like the Mammoth do. So, yes, Ottawa has won all 3 previous head-to-head meetings between the two, but context matters. One, they were the Arizona Coyotes at one point in this. And secondly, like, Utah has evolved a lot offensively since their last meeting, I want to say in November. They've been better at home. They've shown that they can score against Atlantic Division teams. So when I put it all together, I'm expecting a lot of chances on both sides, okay? Ottawa has scored 5 or more goals in 3 of their last 5 road games. Utah consistently gets 3 goals at home. Neither defenses, inspire confidence right now. My angle here is Utah to win the game in regulation at plus 180. And I'm also going to take the over 6.5 goals at plus 120. We're going to put a unit on both of these. I'm not calling for dominance, I'm calling for tempo here. If Utah is able to get on the board early, I think this one will open up and it's going to clear, by the third period. But give me something like 4-3, 5-3, Utah win. Lock both of those plays in. Utah to win in regulation at plus 180 and the over 6.5 at plus 120. Now let's switch over to tennis. We're going to be in Auckland. That's in New Zealand. We're going to go to the women's side of things. This is one with interesting contrast in styles between Magda Linette and Elisabetta Cocchiaretto. I'm going to side with Magda Linette here, okay? Cocchiaretto, she's a scrappy player. She competes hard, and she can extend a lot of rallies, but that style really only works when she's dictating consistency. Or dictating with consistency, I guess. And lately, that just hasn't been the case. I know it's early in the season, but she does struggle to hold serve against more experienced returners. And when she falls behind early in matches, I mean, she just doesn't really have the skill set or the weapons to flip the momentum. Linette, on the other hand, the Polish player, she's steadier and more consistent pretty much in every regard. She's a dog today, but she's far more comfortable, absorbing pace, redirecting the ball, forcing opponents to hit extra shots. That matters here because Cocchiaretto tends to press when the rallies extend, which leads to rush decisions and lots of errors. From a tactical standpoint, Magda Linette's return game is the separator for me here. She's consistently put pressure on second serves, and Cocchiaretto's serve is definitely attackable, especially if her first serve percentage dips. If Linette gets early looks at breaks, I think this match is going to tilt very quickly and she'll turn into the favorite. We could even see something as soon as Elisabetta gets broken in her opening, serve game. So I think experience also leans in Linette's way. She's been in these tour level matchups far more often than Cocchiaretto. She manages momentum better and she doesn't panic if a set gets tight. Cocchiaretto can be dangerous when things are clean, but Linette thrives in matches that turn physical and grindy. So the bottom line here is this feels like a matchup where Linette's consistency, return pressure, and composure ultimately wins out the match. So I'm going to lay it with Magda Linette and expecting her to wear Cocchiaretto down over the course of the match. Give me Magda Linette plus 120 to defeat the Italian. All right, 3 plays on the board, 3 units in play. We are on the Utah Mammoth in regulation at plus 180 over the Senators. We also have the over 6.5 goals in the Utah and Ottawa game at plus 120. And obviously, we have the Magda Linette to defeat Elisabetta Cocchiaretto in Auckland on the tennis side of things at plus 120. So 3 plays, 1 unit on each, 3 units on the board. Good luck tonight. I'll be back here tomorrow with more plus money plays from around the sports world. As always, my name is Q from Black Sheep Betting, and I hope each and every one of you hit each and every one of your bets. Peace.